What is your favorite moment from Central? Like whether it be football wise, school wise, anything. Like what's your favorite? Some of your favorite memories?
I would say like my biggest memory playing football is that Campbell game from my freshman year. We talk about being great. It started with the belief. So got to believe that we got this. At every halftime, we down and we know that we coming back, but it's just something about this game.
Like, the most important part of the game, and they in there dancing, like outlandishly dancing too. I mean, Right Tucker had a right guard by his collar, like going like this, like it's outrageous.
What's up, Wingspan Podcast? I'm your host, Tyler Clark, and I've got some special guests with me today.
I'm Walker Harris. I play football here at North Carolina Central. I'm originally from Wake Forest, North Carolina, so probably about, 40 minutes up the road. Appreciate Wingspan for having me on today.
Tyshon, Holland representing the 336, Trey Foe, offensive lineman here, center. Thank you for having me, Wingspan.
All right, fellas, thank y'all for coming on the pod today. So we're going to get into some soaring stories, which is another segment title. We're going to talk about the NFL draft, which is tomorrow for y'all. For the viewers, it'll probably have already passed. But we'll also get into some NFL teams as well, because I know we have a few different fans around. Me being a Commanders fan, and I'll let the other guests tell y'all what teams they're fans of.
All right, so I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm going to just go ahead and say it right now. You know what I mean? Cowboys to the Super Bowl. Season over with, so a whole nother, you feel me? We got some more delusion coming. So, yeah, we need to draft Ashton Genty. Whoever need to draft, like, we coming for it. You feel me? We ain't been since 96, but it don't matter. This year is our year. You feel me?
And that is the problem with that.
Since 96. Y'all haven't been where since 96? The
We ain't
NFC
been to the
Championship?
Super Bowl, but it's okay.
What's your last playoff? Actually, I ain't even gonna get
The last playoff win?
I'm a Miami Dolphins fan,
Ooh.
so I was about to make a joke about playoff wins. Speaking of that, we ain't won one in about 25 years. Nevertheless, fins up.
All right, so since we're on the NFL team topic, we were talking about this before the show, but Walker, how did you become a Dolphins fan?
Right. All right. So it's a bit of a story. So I'm a big diehard Tom Brady fan. So when I started playing football, started loving Tom Brady as soon as I started playing quarterback. So I followed Tom Brady wherever he was. So I was a Patriots fan for a while. Then he went to Tampa. So shoot, he's in Tampa. I'm in Tampa. So I was a Tampa fan for a while. And then he ended up retiring. The second time he retired. So about a year, like I was just kind of watching football just to watch football.
Right.
Kind of lame. Not really a fun way to watch it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna figure out what team I want to make that lifelong commitment. So at the time, I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go through all the teams. Kind of like a process of elimination type thing.
Right.
And basically, some things that I was considering was, one, I didn't want to be a bandwagon. Like, I didn't want to pick. Like, I felt like if I was to pick, like, Detroit, who's been trashed for the past 20-some years, this year with Dan Campbell and Jared Goff was really good. I feel like if I picked a team like that,
right,
then I'd be kind of fraudulent in a way.
It's crazy.
So,
who they lost to was wild.
Yeah. And then I was also thinking about, like, this is a lifelong commitment. Like, I want to be able to, like, take my family on trips to these places, like, once a year. If I'm gonna take my family up here, like, gotta be a good destination location.
Okay.
Right. So I ended up probably after I really took about like 3 months really trying to figure it out. Ended up on the Miami Dolphins for a few reasons. Obviously, Miami, beautiful location.
Of course.
Can't get no better than that. We haven't won a playoff game in 25 years now. So I was thinking, you can't call me no bandwagon for that.
Right.
And then I also like the head coach. The head coach was a big thing. Was also something I was looking at. When I was trying to pick my team, like who's head coach is one going to stick around, and two is looking good for the next 10 years. And I like what McDaniels is doing up in Miami. His approach to coaching, he's a player's coach. His approach to offense, very creative. He likes to play with a lot of speed around him. And I like Tua. Tua's cool. He's got his issues. He's got to work out with his concussions and whatnot. But in terms of ability. I'm a believer in Tua. We just got to get him going.
Now, Tyshon, the the Wingspan family knows now that you're a Cowboys fan. How did that become a thing? Like, because, I mean, shoot. I'm not going to pick the Cowboys as my first team, personally.
For sure.
Or my last team. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Like, not everybody is a Cowboys fan. I was really born into it. You know, my mom, my grandma, my favorite uncle, you know, all Cowboys fans. So it was like, you know, my grandfather, he a Steelers fan. So it was like, he said I was brainwashed as a child. Like, it's all this, all funny stuff. Like, you know, but I was just born into it. So it was like, you know, once you win, you can't go out. You can't say any type of bandwagon, you know what I mean? Because we ain't been nowhere in the brick, so it's all good. You know what I mean?
I got a question for you.
What's up?
What's y'all biggest win in the last 15, 20 years? I got the answer, but I was just wondering if you knew.
Our biggest win? I don't even know. Our biggest win?
Probably this year when y'all barely beat us. On that
The
walk-on.
Commanders, I mean, like, we beat y'all, you know, all the time.
All
like,
the time.
What you think? I got the answer. I'm letting you know.
What's your answer?
I want to see what you think.
Our biggest win? I mean, like, I don't know.
Tom Brady last game played the Cowboys,
Oh, yeah.
and he freaking lost to the freaking Cowboys.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Man, so we're going to get into a way better team. The Commanders. We've been bad for a while, right? I was also born into it. Shout out Pops. You know, RG3 really made me fall in love with the game. You couldn't tell right now because, you know, I don't like RG3. But, you know, remember doing his little, I followed RG3 from when he was a Heisman, and I knew he was going to be a Commander. And, you know, he just changed my life, you know what I mean? That was the last time we were good until this year when the truth came into the world. Jaden Daniels. Shout out Jaden. Shout out the Commanders. Shout out Jaden's mom for keeping his head straight. Continue to do that. But, you know, I would love to see us draft an edge or a corner. But, you know, to each his own.
What pick y'all got?
29.
Oh, y'all gotta wait a while.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if we traded down, though. Because, you know, at the tail end of the draft, ain't nobody. I mean, there's going to be people there, but, you know. Yeah.
On the draft. Huh?
You're like 10, right?
Yeah. I mean, we need to draft an offensive skill player, but I mean, it's up in the air. We can draft anybody. But to answer your question, our biggest win, I just thought about it this past year when we beat Pittsburgh. Everybody thought we was going to lose. Everybody was talking that trash. We came in there, we walked in their trap and took over their trap and beat them.
Bro. Stuff.
Yeah.
It's big
For sure that.
What pick do y'all have, Walker?
We got 13. Man, I wanted to see if we couldn't get Tyler Warren. But with Jalen Ramsey requesting a trade, well, at first what I was reading was they wanted to get a DB to pair with Jalen on the other side.
That'd be some.
So I know we were looking at that cat from Michigan.
Will Johnson.
Yeah, Will Johnson. I like
He
him.
a hooper, man.
Yeah, and then I think there was one other dude, one of the DB that we were looking at from Texas, maybe I can't remember. But yeah, that's probably what we're gonna end up doing. Probably getting a DB, and then projections on the later rounds. You're probably just gonna beef up on defense. Honestly, I want to see us get an offensive lineman, protect Tua from any possible head injuries,
Any and everything.
Please, God. Yeah, I mean, shoot, I'm happy with Will Johnson.
So I got a question for you. Is Tua the answer?
Man, like I said, like we gotta take care of Tua.
Right.
So like, let's look at last year, right? Because I can't remember what week he got hurt, but he got hurt pretty early. Now up until that point, we were playing some solid football. We really were. We were playing solid football. He gets hurt. We have what's his name? Backup quarterback.
I know you.
It was Skylar Thompson
Yeah.
for a few weeks, and then it was what's his name?
His buddy from the Jets, right?
I can't remember. But like for I think it was like 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, we just looked like we looked very JV, very JV.
Oh man.
And then you look when Tua come back. Obviously, that's an adjustment after an injury like that.
Right.
One, that's not even his first one, so that's gonna take time for him to really get comfortable again. And then by the time he was comfortable, it's week 15, 16 now. Like, we can't do a whole lot. So, to answer your question, Ty, I need to see Tua a full year of one, being healthy, and then two, just being on the field. Like, that's really it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see what he does with a complete season. But if he doesn't, and we're still struggling with injuries, we're still struggling getting things going, I'm open to moving on from tour. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't dead set on tour. I ain't gonna be like you and be a Dak fan for 12 years. I want something to change. I can't do it.
Yeah, but people forget though, like Dak Prescott, when he's not injured, he is a top 5 quarterback in the league. We can go to stats. We can go to anything.
No, please.
No. He leads the league when he's not hurt.
He's saying Dak Prescott is a top 5 quarterback, and our quarterback is going to give us some knowledge on why he's not, I assume.
I mean, it's not like I ain't finna break nothing crazy down to you. I'm just saying, like, stats are very misleading. He'll go out there and he'll throw for 4 touchdowns, 450 yards. CeeDee will have a good game. But it's just like, if that's not winning you ball games in the end, like, you could do that in the first, second, third quarter, but when you're not doing that in the fourth quarter when it matters, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cute on paper. It looks cool on paper. It's cool on the offseason to talk about, man. But, like, he threw for 4,000 some yards on all these touchdowns. Like, he really, but my point is, it's a bigger story to the picture. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But like Dak, as far as talent goes, Dak, he got it for sure. I just don't know if it's in Dallas. I think
we just got to get over the hump. That too. So
what's the hump?
Elaborate on
the
NFC East,
the NFC lease. I mean,
wow.
I mean, the NFC Eastern came up though, like with the Commanders and the Eagles. It's like now we falling behind, like to where we used to run the NFC East, where we used to sweep the Giants, sweep the Commanders, and like the Eagles will probably split one. Like now, it's like we really got our work cut out for us. To me.
So we're gonna end this segment there. We'll talk more about it towards the end, but we're gonna get into our next segment. Our next segment is main sore, right? And the main sore, we're gonna talk about kind of really the meat of the podcast. And we have a few things that we're going to talk about, but the first thing is we're going to talk about mental health with athletes. Now, some people have mixed opinions on mental health with athletes. Me personally, I'm a big believer in you have teammates for a reason. Like, don't be afraid to talk to a teammate. Don't be afraid to talk to a coach. Like, you're in college. You don't have your family around all the time. So it's okay to talk to your family or talk to your teammates because they're like your family. Right. So y'all can elaborate and tell me how y'all feel about that.
You want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. Mental health is real, man. And like to piggyback off what Tyler said, like if you need to talk to somebody, man, don't hesitate to talk to anybody. Like in high school, we had somebody who had took his own life. And, it's like after stuff like that, it's like, you start thinking, what could you have done, for that person, and you never want to feel like that. So it's good to reach out, to your guys and all that to make sure everybody's straight, because that stuff is real.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, man. I agree with everything Ty just said. Mental health is real, like he said, and you never know who's really going through it. Like you never know who's feeling some type of way. Especially I feel like in us men, like. And man, it's so easy for us we'll be at home having the worst day of our life, and as soon as we get out in public, as a man, you're supposed to put on a strong face and get to work because there's a nobody saving you type of attitude that we have. Like we gotta, like if we're struggling, like it's up to us. Like we might get help, but at the end of the day, nobody's gonna come save us. So that's I think that's a big thing too, and just check on your brother, man. Be your brother's keeper, man, because you really never know. Like he could be fine one day, and the next day he could be in a situation that you never thought he would be in. So
yeah,
just check on your brother.
And like therapy, like especially on college campuses, like you're gonna have a guidance counselor. Like we have one. Like in the school, like you can go talk to them. It's free. Like don't be afraid to reach out to somebody because you could save your life right there if you reach out to somebody.
And I'll say my fault.
No, you good.
I was gonna say I'll say this too, like especially in us student athletes, like mental health is very tough because we're trained to have a short-term memory. Bad play habits. We're trained to deal with adversity no matter what it is. But I feel like a lot of us, like, especially men, like not just men, but everybody, but especially like us men, like for us coming to play football, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got these high expectations in high school. One, we're going to get recruited high. That's everybody's hopes and dreams. One, we're going to get recruited high, right? That doesn't always happen, obviously. So we don't get recruited high. So now we're like, damn, like now we're scrambling. Like, how are we going? Because for a lot of us, this is how we pay for school. Like, if it wasn't, if we weren't playing sports, we wouldn't be here, right? So now that mental health is starting in senior year of high school because now you're scrambling. You got to figure out where you're going. And you got to figure out the money behind it, and you got to figure all this other stuff out. And then you have the dream of once you get there to ball, like to hoop.
Yeah.
And so then it's like you go through all that in high school just to get to that point. And then once you're in that situation that you prayed for, and then you're not getting the results that you wanted to, like that's a whole other thing that could really weigh somebody down, mental health wise. So, especially in athletes, I feel like it's important that we check on each other.
For me, like I came in summertime, right? Expecting, like my recruiting process was stressful as it was. Like, you know, everybody was talking to me now. You see big schools coming into the school talking to me, and then they would never follow up. So that was just really, really stressful. I didn't really get the buzz that I thought I needed or the buzz that everybody told me I was going to get until kind of my senior year, and that was stressful on its own. And then once you actually have your options in front of you, it's kind of hard to choose an option, like choose where you wanted to go. Thank God I chose Central. Thank God Central chose me. But, you know, that's stressful as it is. And then you come in expecting this out of yourself, like you were saying, expecting all that stuff out of yourself. I came in expecting the same thing. I ended up getting redshirted my freshman year, and that was just like, man, like I didn't get redshirted until later in the season, but like I knew I was going to get redshirted because I wasn't playing. So it was kind of like, man, like I came in expecting all this. I've never like sat the bench at all, like in my life until then. And it was like, wow, like I really had to make sure my mental was good then. And then like you said, I'm in the position that I prayed to be in. So, you know, it's getting a lot better.
What is your, tell us more about your recruiting process. Like what that look like for you?
So I got my first offer on my 17th birthday from Limestone, the D2 that shut down.
Yeah, I heard of
this week. But yeah, that happened. And I got a bunch of small D2s in the area. I didn't start getting Central. Like I got Central buzz at camps and stuff like that. Like I went to camps. I went to like the North Carolina camps, the Duke camps, all that stuff. And I came here. I hooped here. And then kept coming to games, kept watching y'all play. And I was like, wow, like I could really see myself here. I met your dad actually at one of the games.
Dad?
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, so it was me and Ryan Ziegler. We were both here on a visit together on a game day visit, and your dad came up to us. He was talking to us. It was fire. Like, your dad's a cool guy. Shout out to him. But it was kind of like, man, like it's a family here. Like, I could really see myself here. And then, like, when I thought I was going to get something, I didn't get anything. So I was like, wow, like, man, they really must not want me. So I was thinking about, like, you know, going to Elizabeth City or something like that because, like, they told me I could go in there and, like, give me money, like, full ride type of thing. But then Coach Oliver, Coach Leone, and at the time Coach Williams came to my house, offered me a scholarship in the house, and it was just, like, it was up from there. So it was fire. It was really stressful, though, especially because the place that you wanted to be felt like they didn't want you back. So,
right,
you know.
Right. What about you, Ty?
My recruiting process, you know, a guy like me, I didn't have a whole bunch of Division I offers, Division II offers. So, you know, like when I had got a text from at the time who was Coach Williams, he was like, you know, how would you feel about a preferred walk-on offer? I was like, well, you know, like what is that? You know, and it's basically like, okay, well, you got spot on the team, but you're not gonna have no money behind you. You know what I mean? So, by the grace of God, you know, I'm pretty good. I do pretty good academically, so, you know, I don't much have to worry about that because I do get scholarships, you know, academically. So, you know, like, I came here on my visit. I just saw, like, you know, this HBCU, this really where you want to be, like, where, you know, the people gonna care about you and all that, gonna take care of you and all that. And, like, I stepped foot on campus, I fell in love with it. So I remember Coach Sewell, We was standing in the middle of the walker. He was like, so how do you like it? I'm like, well, Coach, I want to be here. But I said in like a low voice. She was like, man, say it with your chest. I'm like, I want to be here. Like, you know what I mean? So it was really up from there. And it's like, now just keep working, just trusting God, So,
what's up, man?
What about you, Walker?
Yeah,
Well,
what
I'm
about you?
gonna give my man his flowers right quick, man, bro. I just want you to know, bro, I'm so proud of you, bro. Like your growth from when you first got, like I remember when you first got here,
Yeah.
to how you moving right now, bro. That money coming, bro.
I appreciate
you earn it.
Yeah.
My fault. You earning that every day.
Appreciate you.
Love you,
yeah.
bro. Yeah, you
Love you
doing
too,
your thing,
bro.
man.
Appreciate that.
But my recruiting process, I mean, it wasn't very exciting for real. Because I didn't play varsity until junior year, so that's when I started to talk to schools. My first offer came after my junior year during those summer camps. I went to I think I went to a JMU camp, and it was one of them camps where it was like 20 schools there. Ended up picking up an offer from VMI. Talked to the coach. Ended up visiting with one of my teammates, one of my receivers at the time. So we went up to Virginia and visited VMI. And both got the offer, which is pretty cool. That's a cool experience. And then I actually ended up committing there middle of my senior year. So, because up to that point, I got that offer and then no other offers came. So I'm like, and I'm seeing they're offering other guys too. So I'm kind of in my head, I'm like I don't want to be in a position where I didn't commit when I had the opportunity and now I don't have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
So I ended up committing, and then really just a lot of prayer. It was pretty decently stressful because I was VMI, Virginia Military Institute. Like, it's a great school. It's a very prestigious school. But was that really what I was interested in doing? You know what I'm saying? So like, what I'm interested in doing in my downtime is gonna go throw routes or something like that.
Yeah.
But in terms of like being at VMI, you don't get that free time. Like in your free time, you're marching. Like you're doing cadet stuff, like
Crazy
shaving your hair. You're doing a whole bunch of extra stuff. And not to say that wouldn't have been extremely beneficial for me, but this just wasn't what I was interested in at the time. Like, I wanted to play football.
Right.
Like, I'm coming off a really good senior year. I'm thinking, and that's a whole other thing too, was what I was thinking about decommitting was I was having a pretty good senior year. So ended up decommitting. Picked up a D2 offer. Shout out Virginia Union. And then Central hit me up and was like, any interest in NCCU? I remember the text message like it was yesterday. It was like, any interest in NCCU? I said, yeah. And then rest was history after that. Got a partial. And got here and had to work my way up to get some more money. So,
Man, so that process, like working your way up, how was that? Like, because I know you were behind Pee Wee, and for what, 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years. 3 years. Yeah.
How was that like learning experience behind him?
Oh, it was great, man. Pee Wee's, that's my guy. I love Pee Wee to death. And it's kind of beautiful the way it happened because for me, because I knew Pee Wee before he was 2-time All-American Player of the Year. Like I was there before that. So that first year meeting Pee Wee, I mean, same guy that we all know. But just the way he goes about his work was really the biggest thing that I picked up. It wasn't about always being seen with him. Like, he's gonna get his work in whether you see him or not. And then another thing too was when he spoke, it carried weight, and I think that was due to the fact of how reserved he was at times.
Yeah.
Not to say that he was always just a quiet guy. Like, he get us going. But in terms of when he spoke, like, it carried a lot of weight. And that's probably one thing that I picked up the most from Pee Wee, for sure.
That's cool. Tyshon, I know you played with him for 1 year. I didn't get a chance to play with Pee Wee. So talk to me about like your experience with Pee Wee too.
Pee Wee, like to piggyback of what Walker said, like, like he was a very reserved guy, quiet at times, but like when he spoke, everybody, like, whatever he said was law, really. So, it wasn't really up for debate. And just him, like, his character, like, like people don't know, like, well, most people know he cut hair or whatever. And, like, I always tell this story about this time I had needed a haircut, whatever. He had picked me up from my dorm and drove me all the way back to his house, whatever, to cut my hair. And he's like, yeah, man, you good, man. And time for me to go back. I'm like, well, how am I get back? He had called one of our teammates, he was like, yeah, take Ty back. And that's just what it was. Like, bro, could have been doing anything, whatever, but, you know, whatever Pee Wee said went. Like, so just playing with him, like, just seeing how good he was, man, and just how humble he is, like, you know, and, like, to what he's doing now, you know. Now he's a quarterback's coach, getting them boys right.
So I remember, like, in high school, like, my senior year, because my head coach at the time, or back when in 2021, I think, was the running backs coach here, and he used to always talk about Pee Wee this, Pee Wee that, and I didn't really know Central football until I came here for my first visit, and I was out there, I was like, who is this? And he was hooping.
Yeah.
And Coach King, shout out to Coach King at Jordan High School, man, he was, I didn't know. I was unfamiliar with Pee Wee, and then after hearing the stories he told me, I was like, man, like I want to play for somebody like that. So
yeah,
it was kind of cool to hear that.
Yeah, I remember when I first met him. I'm like, bro, like I was a freshman, bro. Like, bro followed me back. I'm like, wow, like you followed me back. So I had seen him. It was like right before camp. I'm like, bro, like I'm a fan of your game, bro. Like, I play center. If you ever want to get some snaps or whatever, bro, we can. He was like, yeah, man, it's cool. Like, so he's just a cool guy. Like, you know, like no rah-rah, nothing. Like, just very humble and go about his business, man.
Wingspan is brought to you by G. Allen. G. Allen Incorporated is dedicated to providing the highest quality service in the promotional products, embroidery, screen printing, and apparel industries. Our first and foremost goal is to meet our customers' needs with products that are designed to reinforce their brand and execute the message. G. Allen Incorporated aims to make the purchasing process simplistic and non-intrusive, as we know that our clients' time is valuable.
G. Allen Incorporated will be synonymous with their superior quality, integrity, and on-time delivery. We will strive to be innovative and creative by keeping a keen eye on new products and techniques. We will look for avenues to expand our reach and opportunities for growth, keeping in mind our responsibility and accountability to our clients and our community. I'm with G.
So summer is fastly approaching us. We've got, a week and a half left in school, but, you know, we come back in 4 or 5 weeks. So we're going to talk about the day in the life of us through the summer, then once we get into fall camp, season, and then spring, like back when spring ball, and then now we can start with now though. Like, what do y'all do now?
You talking about like right now after spring ball?
Yeah, like just
right shoot. Now. I mean, main priority is getting these classes situated, making sure these grades are where we want them to be. But once summer kicks off, shoot, I think we got less than 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's the May 19th.
It's the 23rd.
20th.
Yeah, it's probably about like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But like summer, like a typical summer day for us. Shoot, we're gonna have that 6 a.m. run. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have our lift times right after that. So usually it'll be like, all right, so say 6 a.m. run. Say I lift at 7. So 6 a.m. run, lift at 7. Breakfast right after. And then you're gonna go home. Take care of your classes that you got for summer, and then we're gonna be right back for meetings, extra film, and I'll probably be about like 2-3 o'clock, and then usually during summer we want to throw on the back half of the day, so we're kind of hiding just a little bit, just kind of ducking the heat just a little bit, so we'll throw on the back half of the day, and then after that it's probably 5-6 o'clock, about taking care of your body, getting ready for the next day, really.
Yeah. So when that 5-6 o'clock. You feel me? After we done snapping and they throwing, like, you know, it's cool to go to the pool, right? So last summer, we used to go to the pool and stuff, you know, throw some burgers or whatever on the grill and stuff and just kick back, have a little good time because, you know, it's not like we might have 1 class online, 2 classes online. So it's not much school that we're really worried about, and we'd already worked out and stuff. So, you know, on the back end of the afternoon, I'm going to definitely be looking forward to that pool and all that. Just cooling or going fishing. Right. You know what I mean? So, stuff like that.
I'm a big money guy. Like, I can't be broke. Like, college has shown me, like, man, I can't be broke for that long. So, like, you know, I'm probably going to get, on the back end half of the day, I'm probably going to go to work. Yeah. But then also, you know, get extra stretching in for sure. Like, my brother's fiance is a yoga instructor, so I'm going to definitely be in there stretching 24/7. Like you said, Walker, keeping the body right for sure. But once we get into fall camp, man, I was not aware of how bad fall camp was.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. My freshman year, I think it was my freshman. My first fall camp was like 25 practices, bro. Because I think last year was 15.
It was 15.
It was 15.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot.
And you lose kind of that number.
Days
like,
ran together.
Once
bro.
you get past that first week, because we're literally going Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, practice, off Saturday. Well, that's not really the schedule. But like we're practicing 5 days in a row, and then we get 1 day off, and then you right back to it.
Yeah.
That's OD. And even the day off is kind of like in
It's
camp.
not a day off,
it's not a day
Yeah,
off.
it's not really.
You still got to
a
get
day
up at 6 a.m. Like I everybody was telling me how bad fall camp was, and I was like, bro, it can't be that bad. Like, we got a game. Like, it's not gonna be. We got a game like a month from then. It ain't gonna be that bad, bro.
No, you better love football.
Man,
Yeah.
what? I had to love football to stay in that thing, man. Fall camp was.
I'll tell you
They
this
was
too.
not lying, bro.
Yeah, I'll
They
tell you
was
this
not-
too. It only gets harder. That first fall camp is fun compared to it on the back end. Oh Lord, it's only gonna get worse for you, buddy.
Man,
It's only gonna get worse.
man.
Oh wait, we gotta go through the schedule though.
Yeah.
All right.
You got it by heart. I'm about to pull it
Yeah,
up.
I think I got it for the most part. All right, so what we do is to start it off, we're gonna have battalions, which is basically just these groups, basically just to keep everybody on track, make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. So every day we're gonna have breakfast right at 6 a.m.
Right.
If you late, don't be late.
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna be there probably about 5:40, 5:45. As soon as we eat, what is it? Is it meetings right after that, or is it straight to practice?
It depends on the day, because last year
It does depend on the day, because like on Saturday, yeah.
or practice.
So we'll eat, go get tape, we'll go practice for about 2.5 hours. Right after practice, you got to go back to the cab, get lunch. If you have time to shower, it's easier if you're on campus. If you're off campus, it's tough to get all the way back home and shower. But if not, then you got like an hour and a half for like treatment. And then, no matter of fact, because we might live. Instead of that treatment, it might be a lift right after that. Yeah. And then it's treatment after that. And then it's film of practice that we just had. And then it's dinner. And then we come back for another team meeting and unit meetings to get ready for practice the next day.
So it's like the day is over like 10.
Yeah, 9, 10 o'clock.
10.
Yeah. Every day.
Football from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So for people who are watching this and maybe you like football in high school, like it's okay. You're doing it for a hobby. And you think about college football. If you can't do football from 6 a.m. to 9, 10 p.m., it's not it. Don't do it.
You have to love it. You have to.
You got to.
Yeah, ain't no other way. We're going to get into our last segment of the day. We call it now Wing It, because we're going to just talk about random things flowing through our minds, But the first thing I want to talk about, since we got a seasoned vet, very, very seasoned vet, Walker Harris.
Yo,
What is
chill.
what is your favorite moment from Central? Like whether it be football wise, school wise, anything. Like what's some of your favorite memories?
I mean, some favorite football memories, obviously winning the national championship in 22. My first start throwing 5 touchdowns in the Colts Stadium was cool.
Yeah, I remember
UCLA was cool. UCLA was cool. The trip was cool. The game not so cool. We might need to cut that part. But shoot, I had a lot of fun. I just have a lot of fun memories with the fellas too. Like I remember we were in Baines during COVID, and they had strict rules back. Damn, I might be indicting myself right now. I might be incriminating myself right now. But they had strict rules, and so they was like, don't go into your friends' rooms. Needless to say, about like the whole class ended up in somebody's room, and I don't even know. We just got to squabbling. Just everybody was just fighting for no reason, And then next you know, we hear a loud knock on the door. It's the cops. I said, "Oh my God!" I thought we were done. But he thought it was funny. He was cool about it. So that was a really funny memory that I had from freshman year. But yeah,
I would say like my biggest memory playing football is that Campbell game from my freshman year. Playing Campbell, we were down, and We talk about being great. It start with the belief. So, you got to believe, that we got this. At every halftime, we down and we know that we coming back, but it's just something about this game. It started to become a shootout, and at the end, in overtime, we pulled it out. So I can say for sure that was a very exciting game to be a part of.
That's fire. For me, I've only been here. I haven't even been here a full year yet. So I say my favorite memory, football-wise, was probably like we were talking about it earlier. The meeting with Coach Leone during fall camp, and the team meeting where I think it was Sprinkle and Seven were dancing on the field. That was man. I've never seen Coach Leone so animated in my life. So. All right.
You want me to do it? Because I remember that thing. All right. So look, we running a 2-minute drill. This was 2 minute, wasn't it?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure we were running a 2-minute drill.
It was, yeah.
We running a 2-minute drill. For those of you who don't know what a 2-minute drill is, basically you got less than 2 minutes to go down the field and score. Either score a touchdown or kick a field, whatever you need.
Right.
So we in this middle of this 2 minute, and we get like an explosive play, but I think there's like a penalty or something. So there's like kind of like a referee timeout.
Yeah.
And so they had music playing. They had music playing. I'm looking at the sideline, getting ready to get the play because now we can get a full play instead of a timeout or whatever. I'm getting the play, and the play is basically like a freeze call. So we're gonna say go. This is no play, right? So I get everybody ready, but when I turn around, I see my right tackle, my right guard dancing. The most important part of the game, and they in there dancing, like outlandishly dancing too. I mean, right tackle had a right guard by his collar, just like going like this, like just outrageous. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Like, what you do? Get set. You get set, ready, set, go. Both of them jumped on sides. Jumped on sides. 2 minute, most important part of practice.
Yeah.
We called a freeze call, and they both jumped on sides. And so, needless to say, I give it back to TC so he can talk about the meeting after.
Okay, right. So we have a team meeting or a unit meeting, which is just the whole offense, and then we have a position meeting, right? So first we go into the unit meeting, and it's the last part of the meeting. I'm looking at the people who were dancing, and they think they scot-free. They got off scot-free. No. Coach Leone pulls up the film, and he said, Tyshon can do the impression of that, so I'm gonna have Tyshon do the impression.
Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah, so Coach Leone, he very, very country guy, Florida guy. I'm gonna do it. So, guys, what are we doing, man? We got our right guard and our right tackle dancer. We have a freeze call. There's no play. And so he'll press it. Why did you go, man? What are you doing? But we're dancing, man. We're not locked in. We're not locked in per the play, man. Telling you.
He even got up and did the dance that they were doing.
Yeah, tried to do the dance, man.
Y'all over here playing around, dancing.
Yeah.
He jumped on sides. Like, no, not really. What play are you running? Tell me what play
and
you running.
That'd be the crazy part about like offensive coordinators. If it's no play, then how you gonna move anyway? You know what I mean? So that'd be that whole thing. Like
that was funny.
Yeah,
man, that was fun. That was probably the funniest moment I ever had with football.
Yeah,
but switching from football, the playoffs, the NBA playoffs. I know we've got a big fan in here.
This one I put my shades on.
Okay.
Hey, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I think we're in game 2 each. I think there's 2 games tonight. I forget who's playing. But, Walker, we're going to start with you because Tyshon going to steal the show with his answer. But who we got in the finals?
Bro, who's even playing? Is it the Lakers and the Timberwolves?
Lakers and Timberwolves, baby.
Playing right now.
Man, give me Ant. I want Ant.
No.
I want Ant. Give me Ant. Timberwolves in 5.
Man, no. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Okay.
Curly Fry. Hey, y'all done heard it from Big Ty. Lakers in 5. You did.
Hey, no, that was hard.
That was good.
That was good.
Telling you.
Y'all heard it from Big Ty.
Hey, Lakers in 5, baby. I mean, you got Goat James, you know what I mean? Luka Doncic, Luka Magic, whatever you want to call it. Austin Reeves, AR-15. Can't nobody beat us, man. Like, come on, dog.
Dallas
already
and
know.
LA. Dallas and LA, that's a
we
far
got-
distance in between to be a Cowboys fan and a Lakers fan.
Hey, man. Hey, that's just how the dice roll sometimes,
Okay, all right,
baby.
okay.
I was a big Kobe fan, though. Like, when you
Yes,
was talking
Lord.
about growing up, man, watching this guy really single-handedly take a sorry team to the playoffs half the time, like, you know, it does something to you, you know. So, Mamba mentality, man, that's something I really try to live by, like, you know, putting in that work even when ain't nobody looking.
You really think Lakers in 5 though, for real?
Yeah, Lakers in 5 is 1-1. Obviously, we just to win in 5, that we just gotta win 3 more games. You know what I mean?
Right.
What are y'all thoughts on the NFL draft? Who y'all got going number 1?
Cam, you know, it's gonna be Cam Ward, but I hope it should be the Titans should go ahead and get Abdul Carter. He's a dude, bro.
I've only heard of him since the draft started. I ain't gonna lie.
said what?
During the season, I never heard of him.
Really?
Never heard of him.
Man, what? Abdul Carter is a dude, bro. Man, he wear 11 too, like what's the
Micah?
name from the
Like Michael Parsons for the
yeah,
Cowboys.
whatever.
What you talking about?
That guy.
11 from heaven. I'm telling
That's the problem right there.
you. I'm telling you.
Wow.
That's the problem.
Another delusional Cowboys fan.
Where y'all think Shador gonna land?
They
I
say
want him to go to
Cleveland.
Pittsburgh. I want him to go to.
I like Dart in Pittsburgh.
And people keep sleeping on that boy Jackson
I like
Dart, but he
Jackson
got
Dart.
an
Jackson Dart is
arm
a
on him,
hooper,
man.
I seen a mock draft that said the Giants were going to trade back into the first round to 30 and get Jackson Dart at 30. That'd be tough if they get Jackson Dart and Travis Hunter.
You think they need to go out and get Jameis and Russell if they were just gonna draft a quarterback though?
I mean,
That's a lot. That's spending a lot of money for one position.
How much did they pay Russell Wilson? They ain't pay him that much.
They gonna give him something,
Right.
like even if it's just a year. Like
Right. Honestly,
maybe I was just broke because a mill is crazy to me.
I think my quarterback list was Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Shador, and Jalen Milroe were tied.
Shador and Jalen Milroe.
Yeah, I like Jalen Milroe.
I like Jalen
He
too.
can float, bro.
He can slide.
He can
He's a freak
float.
athlete. What game was it that he threw for 350 and ran for like one?
Was it the LSU game?
It might have been the LSU game, but he played crazy.
Man, like
played crazy.
his upside is insane.
My only knock on Milroe is I haven't seen him make enough big time throws.
Right.
I mean, them throws where it's like it don't matter what the defense look like, where they at. Ball so perfect, defense don't matter. Like I haven't seen enough of those throws. But in terms of athletic ability, in terms of arm strength, in terms of intangibles, he got it. Oh, he got it every time.
He built like Jalen Hurts.
You know who my dark horse is for quarterback out of the draft?
Okay.
Kyle McCord out of Syracuse.
The Ohio State transfer.
I like him. That boy's a baller.
Howard?
Yeah.
Really? Why you like Kyle McCord?
Bro, I just watching his film. He's just a baller. He just goes out there. He just picking defenses apart. Like, and it's easy for him. Now, granted, the offense that he was coming from Syracuse threw the ball probably 60 times a game.
Yeah.
Now there's a reason why he's led the country in passing yards.
Right.
No doubt about it. But just the way he plays, just with the aggression that he plays with, I love it. Like, shoot. I'm hoping that the Dolphins, if we take a quarterback late, I would very much like to see Kyle McCord.
Really?
Yeah. I saw one mock draft had us taking Quinn Ewers late.
Yours is not.
He's not bad, but
fell
he
down
just-
people's draft boards.
Oh, plummeted quick.
Like, wow.
But supposedly so Shador right now.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen him going as late as the second round.
Second round would be crazy.
But I have a dark horse. You know what I mean? My dark horse, a crib guy, Joaquin Davis.
Come on,
is my dark
now.
horse.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Joaquin
Love it.
Davis,
Yeah.
4'3", 540, 6'3",
43-inch
6'4".
vertical. Boy's a freak.
Jordan High School alumni. That's really
I remember playing walk my freshman year of high school.
right.
Actually, it might have been sophomore. Either the two. But when I tell you, skinniest dude I ever seen, taller than everybody else, taller than all his O-line, just running around. And he played quarterback too.
Yeah, he did.
So he's just out there running. Freak athlete. I mean, freak athlete. That boy, I'm excited for him. I think
man.
I'm hoping he
Yeah,
get picked
for
up.
real.
For sure that.
Yeah.
St. Wack, Juan, Tez, Juju.
Yes, Lord.
Tez, shout out Tez.
Hey,
Tez
yes,
had a great,
Lord.
Tez had a great combine.
30 reps.
30 reps on the bench
125.
press, 30 on the vertical. That's impressive from a D-line. Interior D-lineman? Oh, that's impressive.
That's major right there, baby.
I'm
I'm excited.
Don't draft some of them guys, man.
I'm excited about Tez. Who else?
Juju.
Juju. Yo, very excited about Juju.
High energy.
Oh,
guy.
shout out Cole Jones. Cole
Yeah,
Jones, he
Cole
signed.
Jones.
He signed to
See,
Canada. Yeah, shout out Cole Jones. That's big time.
My dog.
I talked to Juan recently. Juan said he heard from the Chiefs and the Bills.
Really?
That was
Word.
crazy.
Yeah.
He said at the when they were doing the pro day at State, he said he heard from the Chiefs and the Bills. I was like, man, that's
big time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big time. It's cold up there, though. I can't
Yeah.
imagine pointing the ball in
But
Buffalo.
they win. So those are my dark horses. Obviously the Commanders gonna pick who Commanders gonna pick. I got faith in Adam Peters as a GM. I got faith in Dan Quinn as a head coach, and I got faith in Cliff Kingsbury as an OC. Whatever they do, it's gonna be a great move. You may not see it in hindsight, but as long as we don't pick another pick like Emmanuel Forbes, I think we'll be all right. Y'all have any closing remarks? Y'all want to shout yourself out, shout an Instagram out, shout anything else like that out?
Hi, Mom. I love you. All my family. Little Bryson, my 5-year-old brother, I love you. One more thing. You can have Ant. You could go on a rant, but don't say that we can't. Lakers in 5. You know what I mean?
That's solid right there. I'm
That
gonna
was
give it to
good.
you. That's solid.
Tell me.
Came
That's
off the
solid.
fly.
Yeah, off the head, off the dome.
Shoot. I shout out my mom. Shout out Dad. Shout out Pops. Love y'all. Appreciate Wingspan for having me on. It's been a blast.
thank you.
Always.
Anytime.
always.
It's been fun. Appreciate it.
Of course, man. Thank you, Wingspan family. If you guys have anything to say, drop it in the comments below. If you guys want to see another athlete on, if you guys want to see another faculty member on, anything like that, just drop it in the comments below. If you have any feedback for us, drop it down below. If you have something you want to have a topic you want us to talk about, drop it down below. Anything like that, drop it down below. This has been another episode of Wingspan Podcast.